Yo, what is going on, guys? Aspect Game back once again in my Greg Tech world. And we're back in episode 8 right now, post LV. But the problem is, we have these machines, but now it's not good enough. Because I got very impatient waiting for this guy to cook. So I upgraded my alloy smelter to the high pressure version. And now we're running low on steam. We can't really run very much. So we need to solve a problem. I was alluding to my solution to that, which is more solar boilers. And we're going to do that now. So I have my circuit and a diamond. And then this doesn't need anything special, so we're going to throw these in here. And then 30 seconds later, that is going to go, and we're going to be able to go to the Twilight Forest. I think, while I'm out, let's just stop this so we don't run out of steam. But yeah, you're going to see, so we're going to do some prospecting. I got to find my prospecting wand. I forgot about it. But it's pretty easy to find the ores you want in the Twilight Forest. It's a very low Y-level dimension. Where's my wand? Here it is. So yeah, we're going to take some silver dust, throw it in here, and we're going to be able to find a silver vein pretty easily. I'm not expecting this to take very long. And while we're at it, we'll probably find some cool stuff to be useful later, like different kinds of Thaumcraft veins, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, we're done already. Alright, let's sleep, and then we'll make the portal. Oh, guys, it's a blood moon. Alright, let's make the portal really quickly. I'm going to need water. Just do one for now. I need to get this done quick. Let's just go over here. Yo, I'm missing some flowers. Where did they go? I had yellow flowers. I don't know where they went. Oh, I know where they went. I was putting away food. Yes, there they are. Okay. I gotta go. I don't want to be here during the blood moon. It's also annoying because I lose my solar boiler progress, but whatever. It's fine. Alright, there we go. Oh, please stop. We're lighting the flowers on fire. Alright, I guess I have everything I need. That should be enough hammer durability for what I want to do. Okay. So, is that a Naga arena right there? I'm not fighting anything right now. We're not doing that. So let's just find an ore chunk and get to work. Alright, and I got what I wanted already. Very easy to mine in Twilight. Actually quite enjoy it. And that is more silver than I've ever seen in the pack so far. In like 2 seconds. So the good news about this vein is that this contains galena, silver, lead, and crowlite. The galena is not that useful. It's just annoying to process right now. But the crowlite is going to be useful pretty soon. It's what you use in the beginning of MV to get aluminum. Typically, people mass-produce clay and electrolyze that. But the crowlite path is easier if you don't have a lot of clay, which I haven't seen any naturally generated hardened clay. Which makes things a little bit difficult, but I could try to, like, Nature's Compass a mesa biome if I really want clay later. But yeah, it's a good source of aluminum, because you can take the crowlite dust, and you blast furnace it with alumina, which I forget how you get this. That's a way to get it. I forget how you're supposed to get alumina, but this is the way to get crowlite. Crowlite is also helpful because it has fluorine in it. And if you want the fluorine, you can make PTFE, which is just like a higher end plastic. Not gonna need it till like HV-ish, so I'm not worried about that right now. You know, also just remember, this vein is also really useful for us because we make potent with it. Or potent, I don't know how to say it. I've typed potion. But yeah, this is a dust that you can make, and this is how you make better pipes. So as you can see, these have like pretty good liters per second. The bronze flue pipe's 2400. This is 6000, so big upgrade. So we'll also mine all that up. This is a really good find. I forgot about the lead. All right, we did the math. Or I guess I did the math. You guys didn't do any math. I'm saving you from the math. So, with my setup here, thanks to my biome's humidity of 80%, each water tank is going to produce 20 liters per second of water. And if you don't, you can just check that on the way. Like you can see there in the current rate. And thanks to that, we can comfortably support 8 advanced solar boilers per water tank. And the number is like actually 8.75 or something, but we're not going to worry about that. So, and the reason is that on the wiki, it doesn't say on the boiler itself, but on the wiki, the boilers are actually using 2.25 liters per second of water. And therefore, each of them is producing 360 liters per second of steam. So I'm going to have 16 solar boilers of the advanced variety here in the end. And they will be producing 5,760 liters per second of steam at maximum output, which they'll pretty much always be because I'm going to try to sleep all the time, and I'm going to break and replace them whenever I need to. So, because of all that, we can fill a regular sized potent pipe, 6,000 liters per second capacity, completely with steam. And this will be perfect for us for a bunch of different reasons, but we're going to run that steam line. This will be the main steam line for now, but it'll probably be demoted to a low pressure line at a later date once we bring a better boiler online. But for now, that is such a huge upgrade. It's going to open up a lot of doors for us. So we need to really craft 14 of those right now because we have 2 of them. So I'm going to get working on that. Really, everything here is stuff that we have in a plentiful quantity. So now that the silver problem is solved, everything's going to be pretty easy. The most annoying thing for this is these holes, probably. This takes a lot of wrought iron, which I think I could actually do that right now. Yeah, we almost have enough already. My game's frozen. I'm just going to count it out so I only bend as much as I need to. Alright, cool. So we're going to get working on that. And it should be pretty easy. I'm taking a small detour because I want to build a new machine. We're going to make the basic alloy smelter. And I want this because I'm pretty sure it'll be cheaper and faster if we just make it in LV instead of running this terrible steam machine anymore. So we're going to retire that. I don't really have any... I need this wiring problem to be solved too. Okay, so now we're filled up. We're going to run this. 8 EU per tick. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And then we'll give it a chest. And I should give it a hopper too, actually. You'll grab one. Alright, then we'll do that, and then we're gonna be good. Should be cooking some rubber from that in a much better way. And there is actually a better way still. And I'm gonna do that very quickly. Maybe I should just do it right now, actually. Because all I need is a chem reactor, right? And I can just send it to the assembly machine. Then I can coat my wires right in there. Yeah, hold up. We can do that too. I still need sheets for different purposes, so this is still worth doing a little bit, but let's just make a chemical reactor. A pretty easy craft. All this feels pretty easy. I'm just so prepared. I had so many resources. Probably could have done LV a lot sooner. But anyways, not concerned about rubber anymore because we can now make it in plentiful quantities. Let's pop this. No! My FOV changed because I woke up with speed 3, so I misclicked the reactor. Okay, it could be worse. It could have exploded, you know? Okay, so the plan is... Okay, 16 EU per tick. That's quite a lot for that, but it's okay. And then you turn on fluid output. And then it goes in your assembly machine. Circuit 24, you can cover your wires then. Okay. So we're good. We're going to let that run. If it runs out of power, it is what it is, but this is so much more efficient that I don't think I really care. So we're going to let that go. And I'm going to finish my tasks now. So I finished the bricked wrought iron holes. Now it's a matter of processing all of the other stuff. So let's get to it. Yeah, look at how much more you get out of the same stuff. It's crazy. And we use so much less sulfur. Okay, we got to run this back through. Alright, so I couldn't do it all in one big step at once, one big leap, because our steam turbine was struggling quite a bit, because the pot and pipe recipe, or the pot and plate recipe rather, is kind of difficult. It's 30 EU per tick for 6.5 seconds. That was hard for me to sustain at my old rates, so up top I went and reorganized the piping. We have a temporary setup now. I couldn't finish the potting, so we have these bronze pipes, which we can break these down later on and get the bronze back. But I put 5 new boilers up here, and these are in the process of heating up. And once they are, we'll be in a good spot. So yeah, I'll leave these 2 here for now. This is all temporary. I got tore down in a minute because I want to replace this all with pot and pipes. And then we will have our 6,000 liter per second line, and that'll be that. All right, I'm just about done. I got all my boilers done, and we're going to throw them on the pipes right now. I'm going to need a block to step up on. But yeah, we now have super duper upgraded steam. So now what? And let me think about that. So based on how the turbines use power, so these consume up to 1,552 liters of steam per second. We're producing about 6,000 liters per second. So the problem with that is that, so the main goal, the main thing that we want to be working towards in this part of the pack is the electronic blast furnace. Or the electric blast furnace, my bad. And the reason you want to be working towards that is you want to be able to provide that with 1 amp of MV power, which is 4 amps of LV power. How it works is pretty much, is absolutely every tier is 4x the previous tier. So 4 EV is 1 IV, 4 LV is 1 MV, like it just goes on like that. So we can actually almost produce that now. But the problem with it all is that we're going to have a little bit of steam that isn't making it to the turbines. So I think what we need to do is make a downstream buffer somewhere where we're going to be able to have a larger pipeline going off of it, which is going to be able to supply 4, maybe even 8 amps at a time temporarily. So that's what I think I'm going to be working on next is buffers. So what that looks like in LV is going to be mostly giant steam tanks. And by giant, I mean like probably like 3x3, like a 3x4 tall. And we're already starting to work on that by making iron plates. And we can make 2 more stacks of those, and we will begin deciding where we want to put these things. Let's see if we can look at the quest real quick. Here we go. So, what are we looking at? Smallest tanks are 3x4x3. That's 4 tall. Well, that's easier than I thought it was. I thought it'd be more expensive. This is easy. That's not bad either. How am I out of power? What is happening? Oh, it's this is pulling too many. I only have 1 amp of LV. I can't do both at the same time. I'll let the bronze go first because there's another thing I want to be doing. So there's 2 projects I want to approach right now. Number 1 is a steam buffer. Number 2 is ore processing. This is too slow. I need 2 of these grinders just for making crushed dust. And then from there, I'm going to want my smelter, which is the steam oven. And then we're going to make more of the new multi-blocks. I need a lot of bronze right now. So I think that's the other thing we're going to be working on today is those 2 projects. So let's get working on that. All right, just quite some time later, I've been working on my tanks. So this is going to be the steam tank. We're going to put it in this area here where the steam machines used to be. And I'm just going to make it pretty large. I think it'll be useful to have it this size. And we'd always add more valves to the bottom if we want more outlets. That's a problem. I'm probably going to need more walls as well. Where'd my wrenches go? Here it is. Yeah, so basically what I want to do is put the gauges like this, and then we'll just build up the corners. And yeah, we gotta make some more of these. It's just iron though, so it's pretty cheap. I'm really not worried about it. So yeah, we will finish this thing up like that. Alright, the steam buffer is done. So this thing turned out really well. Wasn't even that expensive, and we ended up having 2 million steam storage in here. It filled up very quickly too, so I'm gonna see if I can get away with not sleeping anymore, and we'll see how this holds up. But yeah, we got 3 turbines now. We got a full steam buffer, and now we're gonna focus on ore processing. So I built the floor over here. I'll probably move the wall out a little bit more in this direction. I'm gonna make another steam grinder, and I have 2 other machines that I want. So I want the, what do they call it? The steam purifier, which is the washer. And I want the steam centrifuge, which is called the steam separator in this. So those are the 2 that I want. and another one of these. So we'll make this thing first. The steam grinder is the most important one. The cool thing is that with the centrifuge and the washer, we're actually going to get byproducts this early in the game. Typically, it's way too slow to do that, especially in early game. And they're both necessary because they have different purposes. So we'll definitely go for both of them. And I'm already preparing. You see I have a lot of bronze in my inventory. So yeah, I'm going to dig out a little bit more, and then we can start building the machines. And while I'm at, let's just keep making more bronze. We're going to need more bronze, a lot of it. Yeah, as you can see, we're running low on materials, so we're going to go up on a big gathering spree pretty soon. I said to go mining for some diamonds real quick. I couldn't mine them before because I didn't have a high enough mining level, but now this hammer is redstone level, so we can get some of it. I just want to point out I like this texture a lot. Take a look at the raw diamond ore. I just think it looks really nice. It's sort of like intertwined with like the stone and the diamond. And I just think it looks pretty cool. I just like the color of the diamond in there. It doesn't look like the regular diamonds do. Yeah, this should be enough, as I'm getting quite a lot of it already. There's other uses for diamonds than what I'm using it for. But I don't need that much of it. I'd mine nothing, and I already got enough of it, so... Maybe I get more graphite? There's purposes for graphite they'll have soon. I don't know, I'll just grab a little bit more. I need to go mining for other things that are more important, so... I think I'll save my time with that. Alright, so I'm back at the base, and we're looking at the ore processing right now. So, for example, I have copper here. And how am I going to want to process this? So most likely we're going to do macerator, centrifuge. That's probably the best like general line you can do. But you can also choose to go from the macerator to either the ore washer or a thermal centrifuge. These are both useful sometimes, but I feel like they're more rare, and they're like per ore. So the idea that I have brewing is that for the most part I can automatically go down this line. But there's going to be times where I want to choose where I want to go second. So maybe I'm going to set it up in a way that I have two lines that are doing this route, and then one of the lines can be turned off, and I can go down an optional route. Or like maybe you could switch it to an optional route somehow. Regardless, I need 4 of the steam macerators, 2 of the centrifuges, and then we'll get to that later. We'll make the washer later too, because I don't need it right now. Yeah, we're gonna make... I guess we can make 1 centrifuge too and see how long it takes, because maybe it's a faster recipe with that thing. So I'll make 1 of those for now, and I'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm gathering up materials to make more steam grinders. I only need a couple more bronze plates, and I can finish it all. I've been bending them, so I probably do have enough right now. I need 44 total. I wasn't actually bending, I was just making bronze, so that we'll finish that up then. And then the centrifuge, let's take a look at the recipes. This needs 70 bricks. Okay, yeah, we're gonna make 1 of those. Yeah, it's quite large. Yeah, we'll make 1 of those for now, and then we'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll just split it up in a way that's... I don't even know. Not everything needs to be centrifuged. Hopefully everything is faster too. Okay, so we're gonna work on that. I'll bookmark that. That's expensive, but I'll get on it. For now, though, the thing that's easier to make is the steam oven. So I think I'm gonna make this next, actually. This got a little bit cheaper for me because basically I've just been waiting. I've been in the world a lot, so I got a lot of extra steel lying around. So we can go ahead and make this. Plus we have the assembler now, so we can do it in a cheaper way. Never mind, it's MV assembler. Never mind. I'm stupid. And there's no discount on this recipe. It just exists in the assembler, so you could automatically craft these later on if you want. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna make all those up, and then when these are done, we will finish the grinders. All right, so the line of macerators is completed. I had to set it up like this because they're very particular about where the hatches are. And next up, I'm gonna make 4 conveyor modules for them, because they again are finicky. They're not going to automatically output their materials, so I need to make them do it with conveyor modules. So we can see up here that we have a series of like chests and hoppers right now. we'll be using this to sort of distribute the items where they need to go. The hopper is a little bit annoying too, because if the machine starts early, it'll start like an underclocked recipe basically, where if the hopper puts like 1 or 2 dusts in, it'll start right away, and then it'll start grinding that, and we lose a bit of efficiency. So ideally, we have a secondary conveyor and a pipe here instead of a hopper. And to do that, I'm going to make a fluid solidifier. So this is going to allow me to make plates in a much easier way, because the rubber plates are quite expensive right now, because they actually take 2 rubber for each of them. And I got to make it in the alloy smelter, which is quite slow compared to the chemical reactor. And it's inefficient on sulfur. So yeah, we're going to improve the way we do that before we start going too deep into all that. So I got to make some more machine hulls up. I'm waiting on a stack of steel plates, so once I get that done, we will get going with that. Alright, fluid solidifier is done. And to pair with this, we're actually going to make the fluid extractor right now as well. So both of these are going to help speed us up quite a bit. And it's going to make it a lot easier to make a lot of very small parts. So some annoying stuff that it can help me with is like the rotors, for example. These are a quite annoying recipe to make, but if you use molten stuff, it gets a lot easier. So that's how we'll deal with creating things like this right now. And like maybe this recipe is not that bad either, but this looks not bad. This looks easy. So that's how we're going to handle a lot of the more weird stuff for now. And I guess we're just going to put these together. Do I have wire cutters? I do. I think right here makes sense. Yeah, I'll get a wrench and fix these up in a minute. Oh, it's inserting items because they don't have the output blocked. Okay. That's a problem if that goes into here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this should be easy enough. So what I actually need right now is cells to transfer this back and forth. So the cells, there's a couple of recipes for them if I remember. No, I'm gonna look up empty cell. I know that I was using steel before, but you can use tin. Yeah, here they are. So 1 steel plate makes 1 cell. 1 PTFE makes 4. 2 tin makes 1. Using steel for that kind of hurts, but maybe we could use a little bit. I don't know. I'm low on steel again. I just used like 4 stacks of it. I need to resource gather really, really badly. I'm so broke right now. These math fairs are going to help, though, to get my resources back, because I still have a lot of stuff just sitting in the chest unprocessed. I don't know. We have a bunch of tin. We have tin plates made right now. We'll just use these to make the cells. I'll make like... I only need like 16 of them right now, so we can do something like this. And then what circuit was it? 12. Yeah, I don't need a ton of circuits right now. Not circuits, cells right now. And you are going to get these through a lot of quests pretty soon, so... Whenever I see cells, I'll try to take them just to make it a bit easier for now. Because, like I said, just a little bit difficult at the moment. So yeah, like here's an option to take 16 cells. We'll take those. I could get a loot bag, but I don't know. The loot bags aren't that great. There's not that much that I want in them. I kind of looked at the loot table. So we're just going to save them for the most part. Okay, now that we have these, I am going to grab the plate mold. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go and shuffle these back and forth. Hopefully not taking damage in the process, because it is a hot cell. And we'll make like a stack of the plates, because they're quite good. I need them for the conveyor modules, and I need a lot of conveyors right now. So yeah, we'll do all that. That's perfect. And then once I can make the conveyors, we can finish up this ore processing. And from there, we can set up a little bit of a system for the steam oven, which I have yet to craft, but I'm going to get to it in just a moment. Yeah, one reason I actually wanted the steam oven was because I was looking at these recipes. These casings are... There's a very inefficient recipe with the hammer that I could do. I don't have the cutting machine yet. Maybe I could just make this. Diamond saw blade, cobalt brass. I don't have any cobalt. I can't do that. But yeah, optionally, you can use fluid solidifier to do it. And that's not bad at all. That's a fine recipe right there. And I have the casing mold, so... Let's grab a bunch of steel and let's make some. This will get me half a stack of them. How many do I need total? I need to craft 8 of these. So that's 6 times 8 is 40. Alright, we'll keep making. We'll use half a stack for that. You've convinced me, you Greg. And of course it doesn't work because I probably need to upgrade this, don't I? Let's see. Yep, just when you thought that you can get a cheaper recipe, no you cannot. Okay, I mean, it'll work for some things. Not all of them. Okay, back to the drawing board with that one. I guess we'll just use the plates for the bad recipe. I don't really know. It's just like a middle-of-the-road recipe, where if you use the mold and the alloy smelter, you get like an okay-ish output. I think I used this before, but I just forgot about it. I'm used to using the extruder for everything. Which, I mean, honestly, how hard is it to make the LV extruder? Yeah, not at all. We can just make one of these. Because, yeah, would these work in the extruder? Let me see. I don't want to make it if it's not going to be useful. MV extruder. Yeah, the LV extruder sucks. I'm not making that. The MV extruder is where it's at. And honestly, I don't think we're that far away from dabbling in MV. And you really only need a couple machines from MV. Like, you don't need to go that far into MV. Like, you can kind of rush through it, which is a part of the reasons I don't like MV that much. But, I mean, no one's forcing you to rush through it, I guess. But when presented the opportunity, why would you not take the better route? That's where I'm at. Alright, would you look at that? The steam oven magically appeared in my base. Isn't that crazy, guys? But yeah, I finished crafting this, and we put it down now. Take a look at how awesome this thing is. So, it smelts 9 items at a time, and does it pretty fast. I think it's like just about as much time as it takes to smelt 1 in the regular furnaces. So, the huge upgrade. Those guys are pretty much all retired now. Maybe we'll use them a little bit if we just have that much stuff to smelt. I don't know. I don't really foresee that. Yeah, this is the guy we're using now. I actually don't know how much steam this uses, but I don't think it's that significant. And, I mean, maybe if we really need to smelt the capacity, I can make a second one, but I'm so out of resources, I can't do anything else today. I need to just spend a lot of time refueling. So, next couple days are just going to be me processing stuff and trying to get all my resources back. It was mentioned in the comments, people were discussing about getting literally thousands of each resource. And I think that's a great idea, and it is something that I want to do. I just can't really record that and make that into a cool video. So I think we're going to start live streaming, at least for ridiculous things like that. Just like a live stream of me grinding resources. Should be interesting. So I look forward to that, possibly on the weekend if I feel like it. If not, I'm just going to grind and get a lot of stuff, and that will be that. But yeah, a lot happened today. We scaled up quite a bit. A lot of cool stuff done. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys stick around. Hope you guys keep following me in my GregTech journey. And most importantly, hope you guys have a good day. See you next time.